Watch your back.
Day like this where I had to pay my last respects to my mentor, my big brother, my support system, and a very reliable support system for that matter, Dr. Edward Kofi Omani Buama. Since my days as a student.
It was not only a national assignment, but a very noble one. They are our heroes today for laying down their lives, but we should not forget the purpose which they were there for.
I live to try as much as possible because really spiritually I'm disorganized. What that I can say is death is very wicked. Death is very wicked. And when we talk about death being wicked, then people say it's a part of all flesh. No matter what, all humanity have to pass through that part. But it's rather unfortunate that this incident has happened.
It could happen to anyone. It's a tragic situation. We sincerely condole with their families. This of this kind has never happened in this country before, but we've got to pick it that way. I mean, as a party and as a people of this country, we must learn from this, and we must be guided. I condole with the family, not much will be said. All of them, they are comrades, and this reminds us we all have a place to go. We must remember to love one another, and stay united, and pray for one another. That's all I can say. Thank you very much.
Mickey, thank you.
Where's Mickey?
who have perished in such an untimely way. God bless you. What did you directly go
More specifically to the late Honorable Dr. Kofi Omanebuama, who happens to be the party's director of elections. And as lawyers, we worked closely with him in the last election. All our trainings and others were supervised by him. He was basically the mastermind relating to almost everything that we did in the last election. To have learned of these unfortunate events involving him and the 7 others is a great tragedy to the whole country. On behalf of my colleague lawyers, I want to use this opportunity to express my deepest condolence to the families and the President of the Republic, President John Dramani Mahama. It's a great loss, and I have no doubt at all in my mind that the President will honor this hearing when the time is due. We thank you all for the opportunity.
I never imagined a day like this where I had to pay my last respects to my mentor, my big brother, my support system, and a very reliable support system for that matter, Dr. Kofi Omanebuama. Since my days as a student leader, I have known him and he has been an inspiration. I worked closely with his friend and brother, the Honorable to our Black Wife. So I became his younger brother and he has been extremely supportive in my political journey. Just last week, we had a series of conversations. And like I shared on my social media yesterday, he sent me a very, very sensitive document and said, for your eyes only. That speaks volumes about the trust and the kind of relationship that I had with him. Very sad that a good man like this had to end in this tragic manner. We ask God why, because Omani doesn't deserve to end like this. The 7
Go barricade. Charlie, go behind the barricade. See, go behind.
No need to play this one, eh? Oh,
Cameras, please, let's go to this one too. Cameras, let's go to our position. Cameras, let's go to our position. Hey, camera! All that I can say is death is very wicked. Death is very wicked. And when we talk about death being wicked, then people say it's a part of all flesh. No matter what, all humanity have to pass through that part. But it's rather unfortunate that this incident has happened. I am the president of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs. We were in a meeting when this incident happened, and then we got a meeting of it. We need to close the meeting immediately for everybody to go back to his house. May their soul rest in perfect peace. All that I want to say is, as far as the regional house is concerned, it's our prayers that together we accord the family the necessary or the needful privacy. We give them the respect, we give them the care, and above all, the love of the country must manifest itself in their families. Thank you very much.
I'm here this morning because of the sad moments that has befallen the nation. I started my work with Honorable Malik in 2009. We were on the same committee called the Communication Strategy Committee of the NDC. Dr. Mutala was also a member of the committee, with the likes of Honorable Kujatu, Honorable Felix Kwachufusu, Honorable Abuja, Honorable Akando. We're all in the same committee. And our business was to communicate governments, was to do communication for governments. And at the time, we were led by Honorable Dr. Manibwa. And for him, it was all about integrity and truth. You know, sometimes when issues happen, communicators want to twist the issues so that it sounds well in the ears of the public. But he would insist that we communicate the truth, and that there was always a way to communicate the truth for it to sit well with the public. You didn't need to tweak it, you didn't need to make the government look good because something has happened. And every time you ask the very difficult questions, it says Ghanaians are not stupid to go and tell them something that is obvious. So don't take Ghanaians for granted. When something has happened, let us be truthful. So this speaks of a man of integrity, a man who holds professionalism at very high level.
These are destinies that have been cut short. But we pray that may God strengthen the family, strengthen us as a nation, strengthen the leadership and the fraternity of NDC, especially the presidents, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, wherever he is, may God strengthen him. And also the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Ajimai, may God strengthen her. Also, the Chief of Staff, the voice of this country. May God also strengthen him, Honorable Julius Deborah, and the fraternity of the NDC party, and as a nation. A disaster has befallen us, but it is my prayer that the family of the demise, their wives and children will be strengthened and know
The CEO of DVLA, deputies, board chairman, and the technical advisor to the board. They are taking their turn now.
Good morning to each and everyone. It's not a good day as usual. We just pray for Mother Ghana and we ask that the nation should grieve together. We call on God's guidance and blessing on the family and each and everyone. This is a serious incident or accident, and we pray something like this never happen in our nation's history again. And once more, we must all be responsible with the kind of comments we make. We just ask that, as the President has rightly indicated, we leave the right institution backed by law to do their investigation for us to know what really transpired. All we can say is Damifadri to the family and to the entire NDC fraternity, which we are also part of. God richly bless us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Level of our nation, Ghana, we understand that this delegation was on a national assignment. It was not only a national assignment, but a very noble one. They are our heroes today for laying down their lives, but we should not forget the purpose which they were there for. On the level of the political party NDC, we understand that they have lost some of their very key members, and we offer our condolences to them for the same. Honorable Minister Murtala Mohammed, he was really a God's man, and we could hear his fiery speeches in the Parliament, invoking the Almighty so many times. Who will know that Almighty Himself will call this important man to His home? On a personal front, Honorable Omane Boama was a very close friend to myself, and I remained in deep shock the morning this news got out, and it has been very difficult since that time to accept a loss of such a dear friend. I know, like myself, so many of us, we are in grief, we are extremely sad, and we don't know how to react to this ill-fated accident of that day. We only pray that Almighty gives us the courage to move on and accomplish those goals and those missions all these gentlemen, they stood for. Thank you.
Thank you. Amardeep Hari is the chairman.
Take after him virtues of not being corrupt, always speaking against corruption, and making bold statements that he will not use any dime of his constituents on himself. I pray we have people who live after him and live these virtues. Omani Boama, we miss a lot as NDC, and I know the first family is grieving so much because of the virtues he has. May some of us, if not all, some of us leave the legacies that they have left behind for all Ghanaian youth. I wish their family well, and I wish the NDC a good replacement of these two. God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you. Train services will take your turn.
Really a sad moment, especially for my company, that's an aviation catering. Today we mourn with Ghanaians, especially even the crew. They are our stakeholders. We pray for the repose of